What is up, PDC enthusiasts? Today we are checking out the super interesting knife from Cavol Knives called Kage. Not sure how to pronounce it, but we are diving into it today. So let's go straight into it. First of all, the packaging, like, dude, that is some nice packaging. Can we just appreciate that for a moment? And by the way, this is textured. So these lines that you kind of see here like a container, this is actually extruded out. That is sweet. You have their logo. Has kind of patterns of it being worn out. So props to the designers on this thing. Like super detailed. You even kind of have rivets and stuff. So that is super cool. As I've said, we're checking out the Kage. So let's pull it out. What a presentation. Here it is. So it actually arrives in wrapping, but I took it out. There it is. Super interesting straight away. But let's put it aside and check what else is in this box. So here's their little... Yes, that. You can read that if you'd like. Inside we have the sticker of the knife itself, actually. We have sticker of the designer. And we have cleaning cloth as well as spare parts. And this is really funny to me. The air refreshener. Yep, the air refreshener white tea diamond. Yep, that's right. If you need air refresheners, guys, Cavol has got you covered. So here it is, the little Pikal knife. So this is not your regular knife, this is actually a Pikal knife. That is super interesting design. Wow, is that cool. You can already see the Ultem handles, scales, pardon me. It's small, pretty tiny. And talking about the size, let me give you specs straight away. So the overall length is 150 millimeters, the blade thickness is 3 millimeters, closed length 86 millimeters, the weight on this thing is 74 grams, blade material M390, blade length 64 millimeters. The handle material is Ultem, as I've already mentioned, screws, stainless steel, and I think that is pretty much all the info that we need. And since I did mention screws, let's take a closer look at that nicely designed pivot screw. There you have it. That is pretty sweet. So Ultem is a very interesting material to me. It looks super cool. It feels kinda rubbery. Not really, but kinda rubbery. That's how Ultem feels on this one. As you can see, it's, well, pretty transparent. When you first see Ultem, you might be like, well, that's not really durable, but I assure you this thing is really durable. The opening is front flipper, and I gotta say, that is one of the... Is it? Well, it is one of the most fidgety front flippers for the index opening. As far as the thumb opening goes, it's kinda awkward to me because it's so small. It's so small. Handles are so small. It's kinda hard to grip it. So opening it with thumb, not really gonna do. But with index, super easy and super satisfying. Now, as far as the grip goes, you can grip this thing, well, many ways. I think this is how it's meant to be grip, like Pikal grip, like this, if I'm not mistaken. Don't take my words for granted, please. But you can hold it like toward yourself for rope cutting or something, off yourself. But yeah, I think this, you can also grip it like this. It's pretty comfortable in all grips, but as I've said, I think it's mainly designed to be gripped like this or like this. But it is comfy. in all of the grips. Here is the logo from the designer. And yeah, the whole design is super cool. This is definitely for those who want something different in their carry, but what it's lacking is pocket clip. It does not have pocket clip. That is kind of shabby, but Cavol Knives did send out a slip for this, so let me grab that real quick. There it is. There it is. This is Cavol Knives handmade leather pocket slip. Again, nice packaging. These guys are doing a nice job on the packagings. That is for sure. Here it is. That is one beautiful slip right there. That is actually really beautiful. I like the design on that thing. That's nice. So it is leather and it has pocket clip. So if you want, you can slip it inside just like so, or maybe not like that. Maybe it's better like this, so it's kind of to the side, just like this. Fits really nicely. As I've said, it does have pocket clip, so if you would like to carry it in your pockets, you most certainly can. This is your solution for it, or any other slips. What's really cool, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to pick it up, but you can see the internal mechanism. Let me try, and yeah, you can see it. So the pivot, not the pivot, but kind of the pin moves as a locking pin. So that's cool. But now let's dive inside. I better put some relaxing music for this part. But yeah, let's dive in to see a bit of internals for you nerdy geeks out there, or well, just men in general, I suppose. We do like to see how everything works, am I right? So we have two screws, pivot screw and body screw, and the scale should come off. There it is. That is a beautiful scale right there. Now we can see the liner with the liner lock. Oh, this is cool. There's their logo is there. If you can see that, you probably can. Now we can probably take this off. There it is. That is the liner for you. Let me kind of put the pieces right here. Let's not lose the screws. There is the blade. It's running on bearings, of course. There it is. That's the blade for you guys. And here is the look at the inside. That is some nice milling done on the spacer. Wow, that is super interesting. They fit everything inside. Like, this is super small machining. That is pretty sweet to look inside. We can also take the spacer off now, I assume. There you go. That is the spacer for you. And I'm not gonna be taking out the other liner, but as you can see, it's partially in the scale and it's not as big as the scale is. So that is pretty interesting. Now let's assemble this thing. And there it is, the Cavol Kage for you. And yeah, I forgot to mention, but the action of this thing is super smooth. Even after me disassembling and assembling it, still the action is super smooth. So that's the Kage for you. If you have any questions, make sure to drop them in the comments and I'll try to answer them for you. And let me know what you think about Kage. Is this something that you would carry? Maybe something different for your everyday rotation. So let me know in the comments and stay sharp as always. See ya.